is up, guys? I hope you're all having an amazing day as usual. Welcome back to the channel. You may be hearing the EP3 is running, and you can see right here, bumpers off, got some parts, and the front end where that passenger wheel and fender look a little bit messed up. Well, yesterday, day before, something like that, the ball joint popped out of my lower control arm and it ended up tearing all my shit up. I bent a tie rod, I snapped an axle, and I needed a new lower ball joint. So today, that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be showing you guys how to replace your axle and how to replace your lower ball joints. Should be fun, should be easy, so let's get right into it. So, if you can see down in here, that ball joint, you can see how messed up it is. Of course, if you can see back there, the axle, it's completely like demolished, which really sucks, but hopefully that'll be easy as well. And then tie rod up in there, if you can see that, I don't think it's bent, but I got a new one just in case, because you never know with those things. It could be microscopically bent and you could never know. I already got the axle pulled out. I just need the transmission side of the axle to be popped out. Yeah, the lower ball joint. So I did get a ball joint press for this, and I also got some extra transmission fluid because I know I'm gonna lose some when I'm taking out the axle. You know, it's prone to happen anyways, but yeah, I mean, I guess let's go and get started. I think I'm gonna end up just trying to take the knuckle out completely. I think it'll be the easiest way. I'm honestly not very sure. I think the first thing that we're gonna be doing is the axle, because in order to get the axle in, you need to get the knuckle out of the way anyways. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna be doing first. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the knuckle separated from that lower control arm and go and press out that lower ball joint, and we can start doing the axle. Another problem arose rather quickly. The C-clip thing that's on the ball joint, it's seized. Usually I take these off with like a knife or something. It's actually pretty easy, and I don't have any C-clip, or I guess they're called snap rings. I don't have any pliers for them, and I already know it's gonna make it a bitch. It pretty much makes it so that I can't even get this thing out right now. So I'm gonna keep trying, I guess, and hopefully, maybe. And I'm looking at this axle that I have over here. I don't even know if it's the right size. Let me see. Let's go ahead and open this box. Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, this is the right kind of axle. But anyways, yeah, I don't have any snap ring pliers, and I honestly do not even know if I'm gonna be able to get this ball joint out, which really sucks, just because of the placement, and I can't use that little press thing. So yeah, we're gonna be having some fun tonight. Hopefully I can get it at least most of the way done before sunset, which is about 30 minutes. Winter sucks. I mean, let's just keep on working, I guess. This is the other end of the axle. It's the one that was on the inside part of the car. So we're gonna go ahead and get this other axle out real quick. Here, you know what? I can set you guys up because it's on a tripod. Now, you want to be really careful when you're doing axles, because you don't want to pull the axle out of these CV boots. You don't want them to rip, because these boots have grease in them, and the grease is what makes the axle, you know, move and not bind up all the time. So this is the side. This is the female side. It's going to go into the male side of the transmission. Go and take off your axle nut. Just so you know, these axle nuts are 32 millimeter. You can see on the very end of the axle right here. That's where the notch point is. when you get finished installing your axle and putting the axle nut on, you really need to notch that in to make sure this axle nut doesn't come off, and in turn you lose your axle. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and install this axle, and when I'm done, I'll go ahead and get back to you guys. So boom, there you go. The axle is in. You just want to push it all the way through so the threads are sticking out. Boom. Go ahead and throw your axle nut back on. Now you want to make sure your axle nuts are on there pretty tight. They're usually a pain to get back off, but the main thing is you never want your axle, you know, slipping out of your transmission, slipping out of your hub, because that just causes a whole lot of problems. Same with your ball joints. If your ball joint slips out like mine did, then you're in a world of trouble. As you can see, my ball joint slipped out and I had to get an axle, new ball joint, tie rod, all of that. Blue guy in a quad. There you go. But yeah, make sure that stuff like this is on properly. You don't want to have to go through troubles like this. It really sucks, especially because I don't like getting rides from people. I like driving my own car. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and tighten up this axle nut, and hopefully, well, the battery's dead, so we're not gonna be able to go anywhere, but hopefully it'll be fine on this bad ball joint until I can go get some whatever they're called, snap pliers. And of course it's gonna need a alignment, because I mean it took a pretty bad beating. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and stop right here, see what else we can do. But yeah guys, so I went to AutoZone, got a new battery, got some pliers, and I got a ball joint press. So yeah, we're getting this done tonight. There's no way that I'm going to stop. I'm having my car ready tonight. I don't want to waste any more time, so we're gonna go ahead and start out, get that little snap ring off or whatever, and start hammering away, get that fucking ball joint out, and hopefully I can get it out relatively easy, and we'll go ahead and put the new one in, try to get this shit done. So yeah. Okay, so real quick, I did not realize that the placement, let me move this lamp a little bit. I did not realize that the placement of the axle was going to be in the way of the ball joint. So I have the ball joint out, but I need to remove the axle from the hub again so that the ball joint will completely come out. Didn't even think about that, kind of dumb. But yeah, the ball joint's out. I was able to get the Cclip, oh shit, where did I put it? Oh, I was able to get this thing out with those pliers, which I realized I have a set of them. They're just at the storage unit, and I haven't been out there in a while actually, except I dropped a drum set off, but that's besides the point. I do have a set of those, just didn't go get them. I have another set. It's never a bad idea to have multiple sets of whatever tool you have, especially if, you know, you're doing a lot of things in different places. But main thing is, let's go and get the axle back out of the hub, pull this ball joint out, get this new nice ball joint in, and we will be on our way to driving the EP3 again. So I was trying to show you guys earlier what your ball joints should and should not look like. This is what your ball joint should look like. This one is brand new. This is not what your ball joint should look like. As you can see, the whole boot is gone off of this ball joint. This thing is mangled. Never ever let your ball joints get this far gone. Like I said, I wanted to replace these. I never made a video on it, but it was an icy day. I bit my lower control arm, got a new lower control arm, and I was gonna replace my my ball joints, and I knew I should have done it sooner, but I never got to it. This is what happens. You break something, more things break, more things break. Replace the things that you need to replace before it's too late. Something 20 bucks that I should have done way sooner turned into something that costed me around 200, 300 bucks. So yeah, lesson for you guys. Get what you need to get done sooner than later, because the more time you wait, the more chances of something else messing up. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the new one pressed in, put the axle back in. I'll have to get this thing aligned, but that's besides the point. I want to drive this thing, so yeah. Alrighty guys, so after struggling with this shit for like hours, the ball joint is now in. Now I just got to slip the axle back in and it should be done. I'm not going to worry about the tie rod right now until I go get an alignment. If they say they can't really align it right, then I'll go ahead and replace that tie rod and whatever else I need. But for the most part, I think it's finally fucking done. So we're going to slip this axle back in, put the axle nut on, put the wheel on, and it should be done. So yeah. Alright guys, so as you can see, light, I have it back together, it's put back on the ground, this and that. So I guess the only other thing I need to do, man, where should I hold this light? I really do not know. But I guess the only other thing I need to do is take it out for a drive, make sure the alignment isn't too shitty. I know it's gonna be, but as long as it's not so bad to the point where I can't drive it to the alignment shop, I'm fine with it. I'm gonna need to drive it for the next couple of days before I go get it aligned, but hopefully that won't be too bad. Maybe even, let's hope, and knock my alignment back into place. Yeah, anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all of that mess. My Instagram right up here. I'll go and throw hopes up there as well. But alrighty guys, thank you very much for watching. Adios.